Hey guys! So this is a tutorial inspired by a makeup look for a daytime date. So whether you really are the girl next door or you just want to look like her, this is a perfect look. It's easygoing, it's light, it's not too heavy, it won't look like you're wearing a ton of makeup for the day, and it's perfect for, you know, an outdoor concert, sporting event, going to a fair, or just hanging out in the park, or whatever it may be. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. So first I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing on my skin. I started off with a SPF 45 moisturizer, Neutrogena's Healthy Defense. It's SPF 45. It's an untinted moisturizer because I'm trying to maximize my SPF everywhere I can get it. I then followed that up with Clinique's Even Better foundation in shade Fair 2, which has an SPF 15 in it. And I love this foundation because it's really sheer coverage, and so it's perfect for daytime. And I then followed this up with Clinique's Neutral Fair Almost Powder Makeup. So it's a powder foundation. So this is going to give me a little bit more coverage, but it's got an SPF 15 in it, and I really love this formula. So this is an awesome, awesome powder foundation if you're looking for one. I often use it to set a lighter kind of foundation that's liquid, like something sheer, like Even Better. Next I'm going to throw on, this is my Bare Essentials SPF 30 Natural Sunscreen. It's a mineral powder. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it comes out of the brush like that. And you kind of just pat it on your face like this. And it's going to help give you an extra little bit of SPF. And you can carry this with you, and it's really great for reapplying over your makeup. I would bring this in my purse with me. All right, next is my eyes. I'm going to be using Beijing Shade Stick from MAC as my base. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid up to my brow bone. Smooth it up. I'm going to be using some really fun, kind of slightly sparkly frost finish colors from MAC. And I'm going to start off with a highlight color. And the highlight I'm going to be using is Femme Fi. This color right here. And I'm just using my Cargo number 8. It's a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to pat that right under my brow bone. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a color Brulee from MAC, which is a matte color. And you can use the same brush or another brush if you'd like. And I'm going to draw a line. I'm just going to pat on, you can see that line right there in the corner of my eye. This will make sure that whatever colors I use, they won't get stuck there. And this color just blends in with my skin tone. So try to find a matte color that really blends in with your skin tone. This is a great trick. I know a lot of people will use like tape. I like to use this trick instead because tape often will pull off your makeup, even if you use Post-its or anything like that. Sometimes it can pull off your powder and your foundation. So this way, you it'll have a harder time sticking to this. So at the end, whatever shadow you put on there, you can just kind of brush off, and this will create like a nice angle for you. And before I get started, I'm going to put some translucent powder under my eyes. I'm going to be using this light pink from Clinique. And I'm going to start my eyeshadow off with a color called Illegal Cargo from MAC. It's this one right here. It's a kind of smoky mauve color. I'm using my MAC 239 brush. I'm just going to pack that on to my entire lid. And then this next part is super easy. I'm taking this color called Tracks, right there. I'm taking a 217 brush. Just going to get this on the tip of the brush like that. I'm going to sweep out in the outer corner. Now I'm going to go about 2/3 into my eye, not in the inner corner, but just out here. And sweep it and bring it up. And because we're using this 217 brush, it's going to be really smoky, and it's not going to have a really harsh line, so it's really nice, and it gives a light effect. Even though you definitely have a strong color on the lid, it's not so harsh and dramatic. So I'm blending this pretty high up, all the way here, which is a little unusual for me, but it will definitely contribute to that airy kind of a look. And if you want to add more depth, I would recommend using a pencil brush or another 217 brush. Take a slightly darker color and just put it into the crease. So whether that is, you know, a more matte, like a purple haze would be a great option. Or you could do even something as dark as like Fig 1 or Intoxicate, like a dark smoky color, would work great as an alternative if this is kind of going to be, you know, turning into an evening look, or you just like a little bit more drama. Just take that and put that right in that outer corner, like there. I want to take a blending brush before I'm done and blend out these edges. So this is my Estee Lauder blending brush. And I'm going to use that same Femme 5 that I use as my highlighter color and put that onto the blending brush. And just go over that edge. And now you'll see why I took it so far up, because I was planning on blending it. Okay, so we just have a really frosty, nice airy look going on our eyeshadow, and I'm just going to add a little bit more color to the middle of my lids, and I'm going to be using this color Parfait Amour, which is a nice blue kind of lavender color. And I'm just going to place that right there in the middle of my lid. I'm going to be using a Princeton Art and Craft brush as my liner brush and my Stila Smudge Pot. I'm going to slightly wing it out on the outside. Okay, so we're done with the liner. It's just a really slight little wing on the outsides. You can see that. And I like to go over my liner with eyeshadow just to set it, so I'm going to do that. But instead of using a black, because it's daytime, I'm going to use my favorite matte squared color, Sign and Sealed. And I'm just going to take this angled liner brush, just covering wherever you already put the liner. This will also make it look like you haven't made any mistakes with your liner, because it'll smooth out any rough edges. And when you're using dark colors, keep in mind that you will most likely have some fallout, so make sure to look out for that, wear your translucent powder, and then clean it up once you're done using the dark color. I'm going to brush off that fallout. I just had a little bit of fallout, but you still want to clean it up before it gets too bad. And then I'm going to be putting on my mascara. You can use your favorite mascara. I definitely recommend curling your lashes first, especially if you're not going to be wearing fake lashes, because this will give you more drama. I'm using my Japanesque eyelash curler, and I'm using MAC's Zoom Lash and Zoom Black mascara. Now if you're worried about sweating or anything, like you're outside at a hot festival or a fair, I would recommend using a waterproof mascara. And it's kind of cool, once the mascara is on, you can see how that wing almost looks like it's part of your lashes when you look like head on. It almost looks like an extra big lash or something. So we're done with the eyes. If you want to, you could add some purple on the bottom or something, but I'm just going to leave it totally blank. I want it to look pretty natural and don't want to look too dark and smoky, so I'm just going to leave my bottom lash line alone. Another option is to add a little bit of mascara on your lower lashes, just on the outside corner. The last thing I'm going to do, because I'm not going to really wear lip gloss today, if I need to, I'll put on some SPF 15 chapstick, but I don't want to look too done for daytime. So I'm going to be using my Cheekies Cream Blush by Benefit. It's a nice peach color. This is in Gotta Crush on You. Make sure your fingers are clean, or you can use the same sponge that you use for your foundation or something like that. I'm going to use my foundation sponge and just pat that in. Like that. Now that cream blush is also great as a base if you want to add a powder blush on top, which I'm going to do, or you can just leave it on its own. I'm going to be using Plum Foolery from MAC, which is a nice like plum color. It's pretty light and nice for daytime though. So I'm just using this Royal 3/4 inch soft grip brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of it on. Make sure you tap it off. Don't blow on it or you'll get bacteria, which will get on your face. You want to put some on, tap it off, and then slightly pat that over there. And then you can kind of sweep in to blend. And I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and clean up all that translucent powder that I set under my eyes. And then we're pretty much done. So this is my perfect just daytime date, kind of going to a fair, going somewhere outdoors. It's not going to look too overdone kind of a look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you all have fun during your day, whatever you may be doing. Thanks for watching. Bye.